A lot of people think that in order to get some solutions, that we've got to devote a whole hour or 2 hours or 3 hours to figure it out. But some of the most genius things can come to you when you have a very short period of time, when you have to do a sprint to think about something. And that really helps a lot of people who have ADD, all right? Because I can focus for 2 minutes. You go beyond 2 minutes and I've lost everything, right? So the thing is that we're in the mature stage, which means we have to operate a lot differently than we have before in the past. What this basically means from this first force is that we're going to have less and less people walking in the front door. So the $64,000 question is this: is retention fixable? Because a lot of people are throwing their arms up in the air and saying, we've tried things year after year and nothing works. Doesn't matter. This is what it is. It's just a given, immutable law. We can't change that curve, right? And so here's what the data says, though. What is our current median membership, lifetime value right now? It's important to understand that. And that's one of the things that I'm really trying to encourage Wise to figure out. We got to understand exactly where we are. So when we set goals and objectives, we can set realistically what those bumps are going to be, so we can see if we're winning or losing this game. The problem is that the market's wanting a certain thing. The reason why they're not signing up is because your solution, the way you're positioning this and the way you're selling it, is not fitting up to what the market's asking for. These are examples of how the market will find the way. The market will actually come up with these other solutions. And so the takeaway here is that you have to figure out what does the market want and get very creative about what your solutions are going to be and be willing to pivot. I'm going to say pivot a lot. With you guys, what would it look like?
And if we do 3 personal appointments, do we do 3 rectangles?
You could, or you could have it circle back, a line circle. Yes and no's are going to go on the line here. Does that make sense? Yeah. And we're going to do our yeses all the way down, and you're good to go. All right? Good job. And we can go all day with this. We've only got 10 minutes, people. All right, so,
we may have 60% here, but then it's 30% and 3.5% or something like that.
And there's a huge opportunity for physician referral with that, and that's a whole different discussion. And I'm telling you, man, you guys are sitting on a gold mine of partnering up with IDNs. What's the number one strategy as a wellness coach is to come up with strategies to prevent you from going into a relapse. A relapse is going back into your old ways. And the number one thing that will push you into relapse is what we call exercise-induced discomfort. Because people in the lower stage of change cannot tolerate hardly any discomfort. They don't like it, they're not used to it, they haven't identified any positive feelings toward that. They may not even like to sweat. Because I will tell you this, it's not just a matter of just meeting with somebody and scheduling appointments and tracking appointments and meeting with somebody. That will not change your retention rates one iota. That doesn't do anything. And so one of the things we want to do is obviously figure out what that is right now and figure out what's a realistic conversion rate that we can move up to, right? By the way, are you from Kentucky? Hi. I'd be able to do that with your staff. But to your point, here's some other things. Think about what we're trying to do. We're trying to sell them on just one program. We're trying to sell them just on onboarding, okay? We know there's multiple other ways to skin a cat. So instead of having just a one product company that we're trying to sell them, has it ever occurred to you that maybe there's some other things that we might want to offer them to get them connected, into the one? You guys have got the resources, you've got the brain power, you've got the mission, you've got the drive. That's not the problem. We just got to make sure we have the right strategies.